grammarian's role. Now moving on to the next session, next program. We have educational presentation on gestures and body language. To present this, we have with us Toastmaster Kapil Batra, who is a chartered accountant by profession for 24 years. He is a Toastmaster for 14 years. He considers himself fortunate to be associated with and having led both BCICAI and ICAB Toastmasters in the past years. Friends, please help me welcome Toastmaster Kapil Batra to enlighten us with his presentation. Over to you, sir, Toastmaster Kapil Batra.
Good morning to all of you. I'm really so happy today.
Good morning.
So happy that I cannot tell you. I'm here with you this morning to talk about body language, and I'm really so happy. How much happy do you feel I am when you see me? Tell me. How much happy do you feel?
Incredibly happy. Incredibly happy.
Smiley face.
Brilliant.
I am really so happy after listening to this. You know, I'm so excited today that I just cannot tell you.
Not at all happy.
Friends, what we say and what we don't, but what people see, that synchronization is about the body language and gestures. Let me share my screen with you so that it will be easy for you to read. Don't read too much, but it will be easier to grasp. And here it is. Now, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yeah. And can you see me also at one side?
Yes, we can, sir.
That's fantastic. Now let's begin. The matter is now, as I told you, how do you see me as a person even when I'm not saying anything? That's all about. The Toastmaster philosophy, if you look at it, is the effective use of body language helps a speaker gain confidence, increasing their influence, and allows them to become better presenter and professionals. Do you agree? Even if you don't, even if you don't, you just can give me thumbs up. Okay, that's body language. No need to say. That's all about. So even if you don't agree, I will make you agree after this presentation. It's speakers' gestures and posture that makes audience transition from being indifferent to engaged. Read the heading. Can you read it easily? Yeah. So first word you can easily read because I spoke it, gestures. But after that?
How it helps.
But it took time. It takes time to understand how it is written. So don't go too much into gestures also, and control them. Don't let them spray here and there. This is how gestures help you. They can repeat and often strengthen the message you are making verbally. You are saying, I am happy, happiness coming from your face. You are saying, I am sad, sadness coming your face. You are telling, I am pumped up, This is coming from your hands. Am I right? Everything from sorrow, dejection to happiness to excitement you can express through your hands and your face, through your movement. I will let you know how. Contradiction. Your body language, if not controlled, it can contradict the message you are trying to convey, thus indicating to your listener that you may not be telling the truth. So if your face or your body is not in sync with what you are saying, people will not be understanding that you are in conviction of what you are saying. So maybe you are just preaching and not practicing. So to enforce your message correctly, to convey it rightly to the people, you have to be in sync. Then these can substitute for a verbal message. Suppose, as I showed you my photograph, when I show you just a smile, sometimes what happens, remember your childhood days, when your father or mother just used to look at you like this, and you know what you have done is not acceptable to them. Am I right?
Yes.
And even now, for men, if your wife looks at you like this, you know to keep quiet, right? So it can substitute your verbal message. You can just simply say, don't need to say anything. That means you agree. You say no. Messages are passed on. Complimenting. It may add to or complement your verbal message. As a boss, if you pat at your employee on the back of addition to give him praise, doesn't it increase the impact of your message? Yes, it does. And accenting. If you look at it, it may accent or underline a verbal message, pounding the table, for example. I am damn sure. Does it help?
Akshay,
If I say, I am damn sure about it.
இப்பல்ல after 2 minutes I'll call you. இங்க வந்துட்டு எனக்கு இந்த கம்ப்யூட்டர் கொண்டு போய் ஹால்ல
See, I did not tell anything to Shyamji. I just smiled and he learned it. So this is body language. Facial expressions. Let us go to facial expressions because the body language comes from your face, comes from your hands, comes from your movement, comes from your gestures, comes from your stance. So many things are included. Now, facial expression, when we say that the human face is extremely expressive, able to convey countless emotion without saying a word. Don't you see day-to-day life? Every day you can see this, right? If you're happy, if you're sad, if you're angry, if you're surprised, if you are disgusted, if you are fearful, if you're in confusion, if you're in excitement, or if you desire something. Everything you can express through your face. When you give a speech, your words should be accompanied with your expressions, but don't do too much. Excess of everything is bad. Now, your body movement, perception of people on the way the others. You can see. Do you read this word? Hello? Do you read this word of slicing up over there? That means what you are showing the people, you are thinking that you are very, very smart, like I was thinking just a moment ago. But then when I started fiddling this screen, you know there's something gone wrong, right? So that is what people see about you. Rather, despite your telling anything about yourself, how people see this is how it is. So what happens when the way you sit, shows your confidence. If you are sitting like this, slanting or lethargically or lazily, people don't pay much attention to you. You have to sit in a comfortable yet a firm position. When you walk, your movement should be subtle with or without purpose. You have to control. Without purpose, if you move, people don't take it. If you have to move, stop your speech, move where you want, stand, take a stance, then speak. And your head, your postures, all say something or the other. They give some message to people. As a speaker, we often forget that our impression happens before even we start. When I was sitting here before my speech, you are watching me, you are observing me. Am I looking comfortable? Am I feeling jittery? You would have felt in many online shows these days that before the show starts, it goes live, and you will find the presenter so tense, looking everywhere, shouting at their family members. That all gives an impression that puts you off how confident you see that person. As soon as the person walks into the stage, you know, you get impression. That is called body language. And then those expressions and messages. As I showed you, happiness, confusion, sadness, surprise, anger, excitement, so many things you can see. And now comes your arms. Once you stand like this, either you are defensive, or you are trying to protect yourself, or you are not open to the conversation. Whereas if you are standing like this, hands on hips, means what? You are trying to show off, and you are trying to be aggressive. You are trying to take control. So you have to be natural how it goes. So when you are giving a speech, you see how your hands are going. You wave, you point, you signal, or you use hands when arguing or speaking animatedly, right? You do not know. This reinforces. But if you say, hello, you don't know. Your face. There's a difference between two simple arguments. Hey, you don't know. Hey, brother, you don't know. We often express ourselves with gestures without thinking, actually. So beware, the meaning of some gestures can be very different across cultures. Like okay sign means with the hands elsewhere in ridiculing someone in France. Everything, oh, you are looking great, you're looking okay, how's it okay? But in France, you are ridiculing, you are zero. So be aware of your audience, how they can see you. And hands in pocket while talking, you cannot see my hands in pocket, but you can feel the position. That does not go well with people. They think that you are not willing to talk to them, but still you are somehow managing your time. And like in Japan, when you give something with one hand, they don't take it well. Anything you have to be polite, you have to give it with two hands. But elsewhere, it works. And don't cross fingers in Vietnam. It is very, very annoying and very, very offensive to them. And thumbs up in Afghanistan, Italy, Greece, Ireland, everywhere we do this thumbs up, right? This emoticon we send. But when you do it in Afghanistan, Italy, or Greece, or Iran, it is ridiculing people. And close fist in Pakistan, it's just like giving middling the finger to other. So every culture, every place has different connotations. We should learn. We should know our audience also. Eye contact. Now, eye contact is especially important type of nonverbal communication. It builds trust. It gathers attention. Suppose I am looking elsewhere, you will also start looking elsewhere. The way you look at someone can communicate many things. Your interest, your affection, your hostility or attraction. Eye contact is also important in maintaining the flow of conversation and for gauging the other person's interest and response. I have limitation because I am presenting, I am not able to see everybody's screen. And I really do not know what you are up to. So this limitation is there in online presentations, but still I will try to look into your eyes so that you keep connected with me. And then you talk to me rather than talk to somebody else at the time when I am speaking. Then there are some common mistakes where we make in our gestures, that not using gestures at all, like this. I am Kapil Batra here presenting my speech on body language and gestures. I'm clearly nervous. Because if I'm natural, my hands will move with purpose. My facial expressions will change. When you keep your hands in pockets, or leads to slap your posture, I am here today. Or when you play with the keys in your pocket, people notice and they are distracted to that. They are not attentive to what you are speaking, but they are attentive to what you are doing. And then your message is lost. You cannot fidget with your hands like you're washing something or grasping each other tightly or fiddling with your watch. You know, I just wanted to say this. People are looking more on your control it. Then holding your hands behind your back like child reciting poetry, Baba, Baba, black sheep. Don't do that. Let your hands say also what you are saying from your mouth. And pointing at the audience. Use open-handed gesture. Don't say you, say you. So that it is not pointed, people will not feel offensive. And this is how our body should be controlled. Then folding your arms across your chest, closing self from audience, you should avoid unless it is necessary. When you are within your speech, it is required to do that, but not for long. It should be for that particular sentence and that's it. Don't think that you will be able to say something better when you are folding your hands. And gripping your podium. Sometimes you are standing on the podium, you hold it like this, tight-fisted. Don't do that. If you want to take shelter, if you want to take help of this podium just to build your confidence or control your butterflies, just put a simple hand, just like this, on that and talk, so that you are comfortable also, as well as not looking nervous. Then comes movement, expression, posture mistakes. When we move without purpose, like caged tiger, I was doing it so that nobody can understand and nobody can do it just like me. There's no point. Don't move here or there. If you have to move, as I said, pause your speech. There are times in transition of speech, you want to express so many ideas, 1, 2, 3 ideas. Say one idea from one place, pause, let people assimilate what you have said. Then come to second place, say something, finish, come to third place or center, reinforce your idea. This is how we should move, with a purpose. Moving without purpose distracts people, does not leave good impression about you. And so many times I cannot show you right now because I'm not in a position, but you would have observed the shifting from your weight from one foot to the other. I just wanted to tell you that I could not do this. Stand straight as much as possible and keep proper distance in your, some 6 inches or 1 foot distance within your legs, and stand like this. And then speak. Your chest should, head should be high, and up front. No, don't stand lethargic. When you stand too stiffly, people notice. When you slouch, people notice. Sometimes you don't smile at all. The smile doesn't come because of the nervousness. Sometimes you smile too much. So we do it. We do it knowingly and unknowingly we do it. So how should we go about it? While you are interacting with the audience before a speech, keep your hands visible to the others. I know my position is not conducive to show. Still, then I am trying to do it purposefully to show my hands to you. Make eye contact with people as you walk by. Even when you are on a stage, today we are online, but when we are on a stage, do not turn your eyes off from people. Keep looking into one eye or the other. Sometimes front, sometimes back. Just keep people engaged. And relax your shoulders. Do not make like this, because that means you are not comfortable inside. And if you are not comfortable, you will not be able to deliver an effective speech. And keep your head and chest high, front. Your hands, stance, and head. Keep your arms by your side when not using them to gesture. So if you are not using your hands for any gestures, keep it like this. Don't do like this, don't do like this. Lean slightly forward to make a point. See, I want to tell you something. If I say, I want to tell you something, I've already taken myself back, what I can convey to you. And have your body weight equally centered over both legs. Tilt your head slightly forward towards the audience as part of your open body language. Listen, I told you. Tilt it slightly to one side to show empathy. Yes, I understand. So there's so many fine things. If you observe my body, that's why I have put my name also, the Kapil's body. So if you observe it, you learn things. And at the final thing, again, I am asking, how do I look like, or how do you feel I am when I'm not saying anything? If time was more, I would have given you more lessons, but this is where my time stops. I hope you have learned this rapid fire. Yet, I think I am effective. Now, you think and you see how you see me, even I'm not saying anything. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kapil, for the wonderful tips, insightful presentation. Now, let us move